Hi, good evening. Hi, Priscienza. Hi, Chisom. Welcome. How you guys doing? Hi, Priscienza. I hope that Zambia is not as cold as it was or it used to be. A few days ago, I learned it was really cold. Oh, nice. Hi, Halima. Hi, Priscilla. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Elizabeth. How's week? This week. How's week 4 been? How's week 4 been? So we're trying to get everyone to come in. We're starting at 5 exactly. At 7 exactly. That's in 2 minutes. Sorry about the cold for those from Zambia. Hi Emma. Hi Chisom. So how was week 4? How was week 4? Did you find value? Was it reasonable? Thank you for sharing, Chisom. Thank you. Oh, nice. Thank you, Elizabeth. So I opened week 5 already for you all, so you can start to access it because it's quite bulky. So I wanted you, if you had finished week 4 and you have enough time, start with week 5 already. Week 5 doesn't have an assessment, but it is bulky. So please do well to go through. So welcome everyone. We're starting right away. Others will join us. So today we have the delectable Miss Fates Adeoju with us. And I kind of liked this session because it's more like interacting with someone who has walked the path, someone who has been through what you've been through, and more like you're looking at it from a real perspective and it just gives better insights. So she was a tech up girl in our first cohort, and I have seen her emerge. I've seen her soar. I've seen her grow. So we're going to be having this interaction, and we're just going to be gisting and just assume that she's you. And I would love you to also see yourself in her. She's worked with clients within and outside Africa, and she's doing really well. I'm very proud of her, and that's why I say, hey, come, let's gist. When you get into week 5, there's a replay of a coaching call that I put there that I had with Miss Grace, where she elucidated further about content creation, and I believe you'll find it very helpful. Most of you are asking more questions about how to create content. So I remember that coaching call. It's a very interesting one. And for those of you that have been asking, hey, share your story, I think I also did share it there. You find it very helpful. So I included those things into week 5. Practical sessions. Try not to over forward them. We're going to ask you in your final assessment. So welcome, Faith, Miss Faith.
Thank
Thank you.
you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for
Hello,
accepting our
everyone.
invite. We are grateful.
Hello,
Can,
everybody. Can you
can you
hear
see
me?
they can hear you? Can you see their chat?
Oh, I can't.
Oh, you're using your phone, right?
Yes, I'm using my phone. I don't know what happened
Oh,
to my laptop.
oh
But,
wow. I don't know how it works on the phone, but if it's on the
oh,
laptop,
okay.
you should be able to hear the
Anyways,
chat.
it's fine. It's fine. Can I hope you guys can hear me? How are you doing? How
They
is
can
the
hear
course
you.
being? How is it so
They're
far?
fine. They're fine. They can't interact, they can't talk, but they can chat. So
Oh,
they're chatting and they're
okay,
following.
okay, okay.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I believe where are my people though? Group 16, where are you guys? Where are my
Groups,
people?
are you guys here? Are you here already?
If you are here, please. Let me see you in the comment section. I'm just going to check with my other phone. Group
Okay.
16, I'm waiting for you. Hi, hello. How are you doing? How are you doing?
So they're
I'm
here.
really happy to be here today. I'm really excited to be here doing this with you guys. And I believe we're going to learn one or two.
Yeah. I'm also looking forward to learning and having an interesting conversation with you as well. Okay,
Okay.
so let's dive into it.
Okay.
I want you to start by telling us who is Faith? Who is Miss Faith Adeyanju? Is it Miss or Mrs. or
Hey, Jesus, it's Miss. It's Miss.
well, tell us who is
Okay. So, my name is Faith Adinyoju. I'm a social media manager. I'm a talent manager. I'm a PR manager,
mm,
and I am also a student. So I'm more like all in all. I have a lot going on with me. So
wow.
yeah, I was a past Tech Up Girl um, participant, and I can tell you that till I don't know till like forever, I'll keep saying that is the best decision I've ever made in my life because I don't even see myself being here if I didn't make that decision. It was really a blessing to come across the opportunity, and I'm grateful. I would recommend this now, and I will recommend it in the future. Yeah, so it was a good experience, and I'm happy I took that step, and I'm
Oh,
praying and hoping that a lot of you would not just take the course, but you would actually know what to do and do the right thing because it's beyond teaching you. You also need to help yourself. All we can do is actually show you the way. It's left for you to take the right way. So I pray that God gives you the strength and the zeal to to move on with whatever you learn and do something well with it.
wow.
So
Okay,
yeah.
so you're social media manager, you're a talent manager, you're PR, consultant and manager as well. And then you're also a student. So I had someone telling me, "Oh, I've not graduated yet. Do you think I can get a job? Do you think I can do something?" So you're a student. Are you a master's student or an undergraduate student, or are
No,
you still
I'm undergraduate.
so you're an undergraduate
Undergraduate.
student and you are all of these things and you're making all of this money and you have all of these clients. Can you tell us a little bit more about this phenomenal undergraduate making all this money and all these moves in the online media?
Okay, so I'm actually in my last year now. I've already started my school before tech. I was still working when I got into school. But basically what pushes me all the time is the fact that I just want to make out something good out of my life. Like I wanted something out of the ordinary. Looking at where I came from, looking at the fact that I have nobody, absolutely nobody to rely on anything. So I have no choice than to wake up every day and do something. If it's about my education, I just want to wake up and push for myself. I study online. I'm not in a conventional university, so it's everything I do is on my pace. I study at my pace and all of that. So it's a bit challenging because I have to basically take the courses, teach myself, and go for exam. So it's a bit challenging, but I just have to do it because when you are left with no choice, you make use of what you have. So that is it.
Oh wow, interesting. So tell us, sorry, my internet is twitching. So tell us, what was your journey into tech? What was your first encounter into the world of tech and how did you transition to this point?
Okay. So I okay, so this is how it started. I used to before I came to Abuja, I currently live in Abuja. Before I came to Abuja, I grew up in a place where the the most successful ladies there or the most successful girls are basically the ones that finish their secondary schools and get married. So that was like the order of the day. That was the best thing. If you can actually finish your SSCE and get married, you're living the best life. Normally, they just move into a man's house and they start having kids. But for some reason, I just felt like that life wasn't for me. That was not what I wanted for myself. I don't know why. I don't know what it was, but that thing was in me. I wanted something different. I don't even know what life is outside there, but I wanted something different. So I moved to Abuja, took up some jobs. I did some jobs for as low as 15,000 naira then. So fast forward to like 3 years ago, I started working in a supermarket and I was earning 30,000 naira. Then a year later, I got introduced to Tech Up Girls. So I took the course because I have always loved social media. Like I didn't know that I could even make money from it, but I love to create content. I love to post. I love to edit pictures and all of that. So I knew I it was something I love to do. So when the person introduced me that okay, this thing you're doing, do you know you can actually make money from it? In fact, where I was working then, I was handling our company's social media. Funny enough, I was attending to customers, taking orders, and all of that. But that is all I know about social media. I didn't know that I could get paid for it. So after she introduced me to the course, I said, okay, I registered. Fortunately, I was picked. Then during that 6 weeks was actually hectic because my job, I work from 11 a.m. till 10 p.m. and I'm schooling. So it wasn't something that I didn't have the time. Truthfully, I didn't have the time, especially the coaching course. There is we are not allowed to use phone at my office. We're not allowed. So when we get to work, we drop our phone in the locker, you do your job, then when you close, you go take your phone and go back home. So most of the coaching course, I have to be at work and it's night shift and coaching course are evenings and I'm not allowed to use my phone. But I don't want to be withdrawn. I don't want then there was attendance for coaching call. So I didn't want a situation where I would be withdrawn and I didn't want to make an excuse. And please, I won't be available. If I do that, I will keep making that excuse. So what I usually do is I'll keep my phone at the cafeteria upstairs, then I'll be going up, like I'll join the coaching call, leave my phone upstairs. Then every 5 minutes, I'm going up and down because I don't want them to look for me. So I'll just tell my colleagues, I'm going to use myself, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. So 5 minutes I'm up, attending coaching call, 5 minutes I'm down, attending to customers. So it wasn't really it wasn't easy. But I said I must do it, like I must do it. So because of that, I wasn't able to actually grab a lot from the course, but the ones that I grabbed, I took them personally and I took them seriously. So after the coaching, after the boot camp and everything, I said to myself, okay, I think I'm ready. I'm ready to explore tech world. I have the basic knowledge, so I'll just improve. So I quit my job. I got a job offer, but I didn't really last there because it didn't go well. Then about 2 3 months after Tech Up Girls, I came across a job application online. The lady said she wanted a PA and the person should have experience in social media management and the pay was 70,000. Oh my god, like from 35K to 70K. It was so beautiful. I was very happy. So I said, okay. I applied, I got interviewed, and she said she had 6 more people she was going to reach back to me. Then the next day she reached back and she said, I got the job. I said, fine, thank you. I was excited. Then she now shared me my employment letter. And then she shared me a link to the pages that she was managing. This lady manages like celebrities that if I mention their name, you all know them. She manages brands, big brands. She was a big social media manager. When I saw those links, when I saw those pages, I said to myself, I don't have the skills. I don't have what it takes to work for this woman. But then I knew it was a golden opportunity because if I should work with this woman for 2 3 months, it's my skills was going to be improved. I was going to improve in my skills. So I called her back. I told her, Ma, I really appreciate this job offer and I would really love to work for you. But I'm going to be honest, I am a newbie and I've seen the things that you've done. I've seen your job. I just know I can't fit in. I don't have the skills. I believe you're looking for somebody that you would give the job and just go to bed, and the next day the person has done. But I don't think I can do it. So if you would take me as your intern, I don't mind. Don't pay me. Just take me as your intern. Let me intern with you because I want to learn from you. I want to learn from you. So take me in as your intern. You can still employ somebody that you're paying for, but I want to work with you. I want to work closely with you and see how you do things and learn from you. So she was like, wow, she loved this transparency and everything. She said she liked the fact that I'm transparent and I want to learn. If it was just anybody, they would be more focused on the money and, you know. So she said, okay, if that's the case, she was going to pay me half of the money. I would intern with her, but she'll pay me half, which is 35K. So she will show me what I need to do, then I do them. So we did that for like 2 months. She had like 9 pages she was managing. We did that for 2 months, and the third month I realized that usually if she will just tell me to create content, and then I create content, I do the designs, I share with her, then she make adjustments. The ones that the adjustments are much, she would just share with me and she would say we should work on them together. So, but I realized that 2 months later, if I shared my work with her, she doesn't have any complaint again. She'll just be like, Faith, you know what, just schedule, they are perfect. Schedule them, let's move on. That was when I realized that okay, I think I'm actually good now. I think I am good for this and all of that. But about 3 months later, some things came up with her and she had to quit the job. She had to like leave the country and all of that. But it was really, really helpful for me because after learning the basic, I got the opportunity to learn from one of the best. And if I had taken that job and just because she was offering high money or she was offering money I've never received in my life, 1 month later she'll probably sack me. And then I'll start looking for another person. And nobody would want to pay me for doing a job that is not perfect. So I'm happy I did that. I took that decision. So about 2 3 months later, I got my first client. Then I started getting more clients. Miss Excellence also got me clients. So so it was beautiful. It was, it was beautiful. Life became really beautiful. I think at the time I had like 4 clients. I had a client in US, I had clients in Nigeria, I had a client in UK. And then I was actually earning a lot. Although I made a mistake of not niching down, but I'll come to that later because I
Wow,
almost
we get to
I almost lost myself.
that.
Yeah. So that is it basically. That was how I found myself in tech.
Beautiful. I see a story of resilience, a story of persistence, a story of, go getting. Did you guys hear the story? Did you hear when she was saying in 2 3 months, in 2 3 months? Did you see the gap? Did you see the process of learning? Did you see the process she
Yeah.
allowed herself? Some people, the next minute, oh, it's not working. I'm changing to something else.
Yeah, I want
Cyber
to say.
difficulties there. I'm going to learn. This one, you're jumping from one place to another. She stayed on course, she gave herself to learning, and she was sincere with herself as well as with people around her that this is who I am and this is what I want. Thank you so much, Faith, for sharing. This is so beautiful. So if you've currently identified social media as the tech area that you want to, social media, talent management, and PR. Somehow these days PR goes a lot with social media, but then you have to work with other brands as well. So yeah, that's very fantastic. So here we're talking about the mistakes you made, things like not niching and you burning out and all of that. So if you were to do it all over again, because you getting into tech, it was because a friend just mentioned it to you and encouraged you that hi, you can monetize the skill. Why don't you do this, right? Probably if she didn't say that to you, wouldn't have known that there was an opportunity there
Yeah.
yet. Maybe later you might have, maybe later, but maybe not at that time or something. But now, if you were to do it all over again, what would you do differently?
I would niche down. If I was to do it all over again, I would know that I apply the fact that everybody is not my client. I won't be working for everybody. Like The fact that people are offering to pay me doesn't mean I have to work for all of them. Not niching down almost ruined me, I must say. It almost ruined me at a point. So if I'm to do it differently, I'll start by understanding what I can do, understanding my capabilities, know that Faith, you can do this, Faith, you can do this. Faith, you're good with skincare brand, you're not good with food brand. Understand that you're good with Instagram, you're good with LinkedIn, but you're not so good with TikTok. That way I will be able to focus and give more excellence in whatever niche I am focusing on.
So that's one thing you do all over. That's one thing
Yes.
you want to do differently. I think that's very powerful for you to hit on it, because I think we all experience that, where you kind of experience a burnout because they're taking so much, and then when they're trying to pay, you're quite excited about the money, but later you realize that it's not worth it. I beg, do you want to kill me? And there's something I want to talk about. I'm sure you cannot remember right now. You just talked about niching, but I think you've also gotten to the point where you're able to say no to a client or to walk away.
Yes.
So what can you say about that? I know that, that's something very critical. So saying no,
Okay.
that being able to say no. Where did you get to the point? Because at some point when you're really needing money and you're broke, everything is almost like a yes. And then imagine them giving you that offer, which was like twice more than your salary, and you had the discipline to say, no, I don't want this. So you can intern me, even if they don't have to pay. How were you able to, or what were you thinking for you to be able to confidently say no, even though
Okay.
it was going to kind of, at that short term, work against you, but long term, of course, it's going to be beneficial.
Okay. So I think what I actually worked with was this popular quote that says, "Be uncomfortable for a few years to be comfortable for the rest of your life." I worked with a client that almost took my life. I worked with a client that I saw hell. I went to hell and came back. It was crazy, and to think that she was my least paying client, but when I started working with her, I had like four clients. Then I just took the job because I don't know if I should call it greed, but I took the job. And 3 weeks later, I realized that before I could even know it, I realized that I was already losing my mind. I couldn't concentrate anymore because this lady was pestering my life. She was no, if this lady was actually like the first person I worked for coming into social media management, I probably would have given up. Like I was just, she made me feel like I was a failure. She made me feel like I now even neglect all the good comments I used to get from my clients, people that pay me and still tell me thank you. I neglect all that and I just focus on this her own negativity. I had to quit all, I had to like end my contract with every other person. That's how bad it was. Like I had to just tell them, I'm not feeling well. I need a break. I took about 2 months break because I needed to find myself. I almost gave up. I felt like maybe okay, maybe I was never good. Maybe I was never good, or I thought I was good, and all of that. But then I now realized that it wasn't me. It wasn't that I wasn't good. The fact that I didn't, I just took it. I didn't think about it. I didn't think about the fact that this niche is not mine, or this person, I don't even know about her business so much. I can't relate with her audience. I can't relate with her brand. So I might not give her value. So I that was when I realized that okay, I need to actually focus on what I can do instead of going for what I everything. If I end up going for everything, I end up getting bad reviews, and these people would not pay me for not doing their job. So why not just focus on the ones I can do and get paid for them and even get recommendations instead of trying to do everything. And at the end of the day, I'll be left with nothing because truthfully, you can, as a social media manager, you can just wake up one day and you have like 7 clients. If you are not treating them well, the next day you have 0 clients, then you are back to zero. So I putting your face on the money, putting your eyes on the money is a no. is a no. Just have what attracts the money. Not when you have what attracts the money, which is value, the money will come. The money will come. If you focus on money, they want to offer 100K, they want to offer 200K. If you don't give them results, they will take the job off. People, somebody that offers you 200K wouldn't expect a better result than somebody that offers you 50K. So that's one thing you should also understand. If you're looking for somebody that pays higher, do you have what you can give that person? Like, do you have the value that they are looking for?
But
Your
then,
your value is your worth. That's just the truth. Is that's your
yeah,
value is
but
your financial worth.
I want to interrupt you there because there are some clients that will offer you 50K and demand an arm and leg. And there are clients that will offer you 200K and they will stress you. Everything, oh wow, this is nice, thank you, good to go. And
Yeah,
some, maybe 30K, you will even sleep. 12 midnight, 2 a.m., they're calling you, they're dragging you,
yeah.
here and there. And so
Like this one, she was
you're
my
able
least
to
paying
get.
client, but she really had my head and my legs.
Yeah, so it's important that you don't approach the job market with desperacy.
Yeah,
Know what you want and wait for it. It will come. All right, so that's fine. So you're a proficient social media manager and you've built an agency working with clients within and outside the continent. For an intending social media manager, can you share 5 tips that can help her start? What should she look out for so she doesn't get burnt out? You've mentioned some like make sure you niche, make sure you
yeah.
niche. You've hit that quite a lot. Are there other things that they should look out for? Do they have to be perfect before they start? Should they explore interning before they start? And if they decide to go interning before they start, is it how do they transition into being paid, or do they become interns forever? And all of that. So
Okay, so I think my first tips would be that you fine tune your skills. You now have the basic skills that you need, but you need to actually, you don't have to actually be perfect to start. That's the truth, because perfection is a lie. You don't have to
yeah.
be perfect. You get perfect while doing the job. Sometimes you even do some things out of perfection and you won't even realize it. So you actually need to fine tune your skill, refine your skill. Like on this, you've gotten the basic knowledge now. It's not just for you to now go and just forget about it and now you're sitting there waiting for clients. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. You need to, if you get the opportunity to intern with people, even if it's free, do it. Don't be like, okay, I am done with tech up girls and I now need clients. If I don't take clients, how will I eat? How will I survive? You've been surviving before you learned this skill. So you will survive until you understand these skills better, until you understand how it works. So you need to actually upskill yourself. And there are easy ways to get this done now. You don't have to pay so much. Yeah, you some maybe at a stage or at a point you start paying for advanced skills, but there are free courses that you can take. You can practice. You can use somebody's business, maybe a friend or something. You can use their business or you can use their business to learn more. And you need to actually, if you can get an expert in this field to intern with, it will go a long way for you, neither paid or free. It will go a long way. And you will know once you are ready to actually like develop yourself and call yourself a social media manager. You will know when you're ready for that. So you need to fine tune your skill. And my second tip will still be that niching down, because I don't know, it's a personal thing for me. It's a personal thing. If you don't, you feel like a failure. You feel like you're not doing it right. Because I think my problem started from where I started managing over 5 brands for my boss, the person I interned with. So I think that got me confused. I didn't realize that okay, I actually needed to niche down. And what I didn't realize was all those brands she was managing, they were things I could relate with. They were skincare, food brand, online learning. They were like my everyday life. So I could relate with them. I didn't realize this. Now imagine me managing a doula and I'm expected to like create content that they can relate with. Say something like For instance, when I had my first child or when I was pregnant, I've never had a child. So how am I supposed to relate with that person's audience? So you actually need to niche. You need to know what you can do and know your capability. See, I'm not saying that you can't do a lot of things at a time. Some people learn fast, some people learn very slow. Some people can do 7 things at a time without getting burned down. And some people can it will take them like a month or 2 months to even finish one. Just know where you belong. It's not as if you are not good enough. It's not I don't know how to actually make this make sense to you, but you can do it. We have different ways of doing things. We have different capabilities. Don't compare yourself with somebody. She's doing it, she's doing this. I should be able to do it. No, do you have that capability? You need to look deep inside of you. Can I do it? If it's something you can do, fine. If you can't do it, then do the one you can do. Learn it one at a time. Don't focus on the person that learns three at the same time and mastered it. You and that person are not the same thing. So understand your person, who you really are, what you can do. If you understand who you are, what you can do, and focus on your own personality, your capability, it will be easier for you to learn one at a time. And before you know it, you end up having more than 5 to 6 skills in a period of time, instead of you trying to just do everything at once. So that's like my second tips. And my third tips is foster a mindset of foster a growth mindset, and learn to understand the difference between growth mindset and contentment mindset. Growth mindset is when you know that you can do it. If it is humanly possible, I can do it. That is your growth mindset. Try not to settle for less. Contentment mindset is knowing that, okay, this is what I can do and this is what I cannot do, or this is what I can get for now. If my friend is earning 100K and I'm earning 30K, maybe my friend has gotten to a point where she can earn that. I haven't gotten there, but gradually I would get there. Understand that. Be contented with whatever you have. Don't settle for less, but be contented, because you can't ask for what you cannot give. So if you don't have what to offer, if you don't have the value to offer and you want to make the money, then that's not contentment. You're not being contented. And that is not growth mindset, because growth mindset challenges you to challenge yourself to do something bigger. But it doesn't teach you to to try to acquire something that you are not even ready for. So
Mm,
you are looking for opportunities, but be sure you're ready when the opportunity comes. And my fourth one would be to build your personal brand. It is very, very important. Build your personal brand. Like build your portfolio, do your marketing. And this only comes after you know that, okay, I have refined my skill. I know my niche. I know how to get this thing done. Do you understand? So you now have to build your brand. Yes, you're good, you're an expert, you're skilled, but if we don't know you, we can't patronize you. A lot of people are looking for you, but they need to see you. Networking is very important. Collaboration is important. There are people that we did techie train that my the past cohorts that we attended techie train together. They are still in my circle. There are still people that reaches out to me. Hey, Faith, I have a client. Are you free? And there are also people I reach out to. Hi, I have somebody that wants to do this. Are you free? That is the power of networking and collaboration. If I was just dump in my maybe just quiet in my group then, and then after the class everybody went their ways, I won't know those people today and probably
yeah.
won't be talking. So networking has given me a lot of opportunities. It has opened a lot of ways for me. It has taught me a lot of things. Network, collaborate with people. Collaborate as you are looking for bigger people, also collaborate with smaller people, because knowledge doesn't have to come from the best person. So you get assistance from the least expected places. Network with people in your corner, network with people outside. Network, build your brand, build it. Like if you said, okay, the first thing you need to do after you have graduated as a social media manager is to have a portfolio. even if I know that having a portfolio demands you having experience, which is why you need to intern. Because once you intern with somebody, you cannot have that as your experience. You cannot have that in your portfolio. But before that, you can build your social media pages so that when people see it, they know that okay, she's doing it for herself. She can do it for me. You can't tell me you're a social media manager and I come to your page and your page is looking uninteresting. I don't even know. Like your page is just there and you're telling me you're a social media manager. How are you going to help me grow my brand if you can't even grow your own brand? So you need to build your personal brand. It is very, very, very important. Very important. Then number five, I would say you need to actually come out of your shell. Like come out of your shell. A lot of people feel I'm shy, I can't do it. I'm this, I can't do it. I it's a limiting belief. Shyness cannot stop you from making money. Shyness cannot stop you. See, basically everybody is shy. When you enter a room of big, big people where you're supposed to network and you start feeling shy, you start feeling, don't go. Maybe they no, but they won't insult you, they won't beat you. Highest they won't listen to you. That's all. But just give it a try. Just try your best. Nobody will kill you. So come out of your shell. Talk to people. Just do things. I am very, very shy. But digital tech brought me out of my shell. I don't used to talk. I don't know how to talk. I can't speak in public. I can't talk to people. But when I realized that I need money and I actually need to speak for me to make money, for me to grow, I have to bring myself out of my shell. So yeah,
Wow,
basically
that
that's
that
it.
is that is a lot. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you for being vulnerable and sharing all of this. So
Thank you.
I have one more question for you, but before I do that, does anybody have any question? Let's take questions from the participants. So someone had asked, I said the question earlier. She said, and I think that's actually part of packaging, how you package your product. She said, will the clients bring the content or will you create the content? So you had already said when you're working with the other lady, you created content and all of that. So maybe she wasn't there, but I also know it has. I also I wanted to ask you the question from your angle because you mentioned they needed to do a portfolio. So you didn't tell them about having a rate card,
Mm,
like a rate card. If you want
yeah,
to freelance, it's important you're able to say this I will do. This is this amount. This. So
yeah.
can you talk a little bit about that?
Okay, so um for me, I started with right now I have different rates for different clients because some clients will come to you and they would if you don't have a price that you're charging, they will just price you down and at the end of the day they will be demanding more. So I have package where I post just 3 times in a week. I have package where I post every day in a week. So if you don't see me post, you don't come to my DM asking me why I did not post because that is the contract you paid for. So you have different packages. If you just want to like your content calendar, you have a price for content calendar, you have a price for monthly charges, 2 months, 3 months, you have different packages. So that when they come, you just explain to them, this is the charge, this is what I'm charging for this, and this is what I'm going to offer you. So you set it straight with them so that in the long run, you don't not that somebody will just come to you. I want you to manage my page. How much are you charging? I just tell them, okay, pay so amount, and then at the end of the day, they're asking you to post like 3 4 times in a day. So have your pack, have your it's okay if you are the one that now say, okay, I want to beat down the price on this particular one. But make sure that person knows what you are giving to them. If it's everyday content, make sure they know. If they are giving you content, make sure they know that they are giving you content and this is the amount of content they are giving to you. If you are going to be taking pictures, make sure all these things are known. So that at the end of the day, you won't be contradicting each other or having a discrepancy in your contract. So make sure that you're transparent with them. Some clients provide content like video content and pictures. So all you have to do is edit the video and create other graphics content. Some clients you don't do the graphics. They have their way around it. So just make sure that you have packages different. You can have as much as 5 packages, different packages. So what somebody can afford, that's what they will pay for. You can have from 30K to 200K. It depends. So everybody will choose what they can afford, and everybody will be happy.
Yeah. So when you do packages and you have a contract that this client has signed, it helps you create healthy boundaries and also manage expectations. If you don't have those things, can expect the word out of you.
Hmm.
I'm not going to ask her this. Someone is asking, how do you get internship opportunities? Reach out to people or find online. Some call online. She said her own first internship, they had called for the job and then she got in and she saw that, hey, I don't think I'm up to this. I rather want to intern. And then she made an appeal. You can also reach out to an organization that I want to appeal. And please, it's okay for people to tell you no. I don't know if you were in Miss Odwenyi's meet coaching call. If you were not, life enhancement call, I want to go and rewatch it. It's okay for people to tell you no. So don't
Yeah.
just go. Someone reached out to me and say, hey, I want to shadow you. I want to intern with you. I'm like, okay, what do you bring to the table? Because if you're interning with the person, that means the person has to monitor you, the person has to teach you, the person has to, show you stuff. Also, you can decide to intern with a brand that doesn't even show you stuff, is whatever they just feel post, whatever you want to do because they don't even know it. So you can decide. You either intern with an organization where you will learn and grow, and you know that if you do anything, it can be critiqued and you get feedback, or you go and work for your friend who doesn't know anything about social media manager, but as you're practicing, if you'll be checking if you get results, if you don't get results. So there are two ways to it. You are the one that will determine what to do. Faith, they're asking what your IG handle is.
Okay. My personal IG is FAYTH underscore OZOHU.
Give me a sec. Please call it again. F
FAYTH
uh-huh underscore
underscore OZOHU.
OZOHU.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's up there. I've put it under her name so that you can have that. How do you get content calendar jobs? There's nothing like content calendar jobs. You use content calendar to
It's
manage.
a product. It's like, okay, so you can actually have it as a product, right?
No,
You
she's
can
saying
just
how can you get the job like to
no,
work as a
no, it's
content?
not.
You don't work as a content calendar,
No,
right? You can sell a content calendar to a client, or it can be
yeah.
one of the features of your package. I'm going to do a content calendar for you. I'm going to do
Mm,
your content. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Then someone is asking, how do you niche down? I think she has answered this already. How do you niche down? You have to identify. You have to know your strength. You have
yeah.
to do in all our life enhancement calls. We've kept saying it in this cohort. One thing we've always reiterated is know yourself. First coaching call, the same thing. Second one, third one, and now she's also saying it. She didn't know herself, and so she got lost and kind of felt burnt out. Right? Know yourself. What do you relate with? What is? Imagine a medical center into high sophisticated science is coming to call you to manage their social media. You're going to be lost because the terms they are saying you will not understand. You can want to do gra gra. Hey, they'll pay me 500,000. You go and use Chat GDP,
Yeah.
GPT. You did plagiarism. Where did you get it from? You can't relate. When you want
And
to
it will be
engage, you
like what
can't
everybody is
express
doing.
what everybody's doing. So yeah, you might get some people that might give you a pass and say, okay, that's fine. But you might get some critical owners or critical managers are like, what are you doing? This is nonsense, right? So you want to
Yeah.
identify something that it's social media. And I always tell you guys, the first thing you should remember is that it is social. So you have to be social. So if you're
You
not
have to be
comfortable in
patient.
the space, you can't interact, you can't be yourself. Do you
It has to
understand?
be
So for me,
something that you can actually do, something you know
thank
you can
you.
do. People can relate with you. You can relate with people.
Yes.
You can understand their pain points and
Yes.
find solution to it.
When I started, I used to do a little of fashion, but I don't do fashion brand anymore. No matter how I don't do, I cannot come and dance for you. I cannot even come and tell you to dance. It's just not me. It's just not me. No, no, no. So you know yourself, and then there's some people that do it really well.
Yeah.
Now there are many things. One thing that I think will always so help you, if you notice, she gave herself to learning. Make Google your best friend. I'm seeing some questions here and I'm not going to ask because you can easily go to Google and type it and get the answer. Someone's asking, how do you create a content calendar? That is beyond the scope of this class. Go to Google and ask how to create a content calendar or content calendar templates, free templates. You'll find them there. You'll find them there. Please. You have to give yourself to learning. Everything will not be given to you. I will not encourage laziness. I will not breed that. So this last question, I want to take this last question. Someone is asking, so how do I start my brand? I want to start my brand. So I decide, oh, I'm going to do social media management and all of that, or whatever it is. How do I start?
Okay, so if you know in deep inside of you that you're actually ready, you have what it takes, because this thing is actually what we know. Sometimes we tend to turn deaf ear to it. We know that, yes, you know inside of you that I can't do it, but because of money is involved, you want to give it a try. So if you know that you're actually ready, like you're ready, you have the skills, you can deliver value, then it's simple. You start with your brand, you start with you've learned about social media management, how to create content, and how to make your graphics and all of that. You've learned all of that. So you just need to start by building your social media pages based on what resonated with you from the classes. If it's LinkedIn, if it's Instagram, start from there. Build your page. If you want to be a social media manager, let's say you have to start with what you really enjoy doing, or what something you can relate with first. That's how you start niching down. So you have to start with something you know that with or without Google, you can answer question when they ask you. So those are the niches that you would go for. Niche
Yeah,
down, start building your brand, and start speaking to people around you. Okay, I manage pages, I do this, I do that. When I started, I forgot to mention that I started with 2 pages for free. One was NGO and one was graphics designer. 2 pages I was managing for free. I think I took another one sef, another NGO for free. Right now I'm still managing 2 pages for free. And I've been managing them since I started. So take some manage some pages that you know that, okay, let me even use those people. I could practice with their page because they are not paying me. So even if I do rubbish, they can't say leave my page. It's not as if they were even doing anything before I came. So whatever I do, they will accept it. And it's free. So, and it also helps me to, as while I was practicing, I was able to do it in real time with somebody's page. So start with that. Build your brand by build your online presence, build your portfolio. And how can you build your portfolio? You need experience. How do you get experience? You need to work in real time, and you won't wait until somebody pay you. You can't use somebody's page to learn when that person is paying you. It's not possible. So you have to learn with. But if you know that you have the skills, why not put yourself out there? Start creating content, start running ads, start calling for clients. You have friends that will actually pay you for your service now. In your circle, you have people that will pay you you have people that will pay you for graphics, even if it's not for social media management. You have people that will pay you to edit their video. You have people that will pay you for lots of things. So start putting things on your WhatsApp, your Instagram, everywhere. Let people know that, okay, this girl, this is what she's doing now. She has something she's doing, and I can actually and let them know why they need you. Let them know how you can help them. I've come across people that really didn't know what social media was about. I told them, this is what you are losing for not being on social media, and this is what you are going to gain if you're on social media. They say, okay, if that's the case, oh yeah, try it, let's see. I did it and they found it interesting and they started paying me. So start that way. That's how you start. That's how you start. You need to put yourself out. Now that you know that you have the skills, you are good enough, you need to put yourself out. And even when you face difficulty, maybe a client gives you a job and you don't really know how to go about it, or there's something that person requests of you, you can go online and look for solutions. That is why networking and collaboration is good. Now, in your group, you now have people that are in your group. If you come across difficult situations in the future, you can easily tell somebody, hey, what's up? I'm trying to create a flyer and I'm in having so challenge. Could you help? That person might have upskilled their graphics skills and they'll be like, okay, share the link, let me help. I've done that. In fact, I'm still doing that now. There are so many people in my DM always asking me for please, this is that. Some people will get a client and they'll say they don't even know how to start. I'll say, okay, this is how you start. I will even help them with content strategy, like strategy on what they will use on that brand for free, because we started together. And now that I have that skill that they probably lacking, it's only fair for me to help them. So you need to make that friendship, make yourself open, make yourself open. Learn. Don't focus on I must make money immediately. No, that's not what you came to learn. You came here to learn the basic skills. Now it's left for you to actually hone that skill and use it to make money. So you need to hone that skill. If you've honed the skill, then why not? Put yourself out there. Put yourself out there.
Thank you very much, Faith. This
Thank you,
was really an exciting one. I've not been feeling so fine today, so I've been in bed. But I said no. I actually want to host this session. I want to host you, and I am so excited. I did. For that person asking about content calendar, you can see it's there in week 5. So um, go and pay attention to your lessons. Sophie, I want to say thank you. I'll say thank you to everyone that came
Thank
in.
you.
This was so good, right? Can we all say thank you to Faith? This is so good,
Thank
so rich,
you.
so real. The replay of this session is not going to be available until after your final assessment on week 6. So if you want to come back to it when you're done with the boot camp, you now want to, oh, let me go over this again as I'm starting out, you can always access it on the YouTube channel after week 6, right? But for now, it's not going to be there. Yeah, thank you very much, Halima. I'm going back
Okay.
to bed once I'm done. My head is banging. But yeah, I'll be fine. Thank you. So thank you so much, Faith. We're really
Thank
grateful
you
for
for
having
having
us.
me.
And I I hope it's okay for them to come to your inbox on IG and ask you questions and connect
Oh,
with
sure,
you.
it's fine. It's fine.
Okay, so we will. Faith also has a mentoring community if you want to be a social media manager. She has a community and she has a course that is an advanced course that is coming up soon. So you want to follow her on IG so you don't miss out when it comes up. And she's highly recommended. She has my full support. I was saying, hey, you have to come on Tech Up Ladies and let's have a social media management boot camp with you, and I look forward to that as well. So please do follow her if that is the part you're interested in. Um, there's high demand, and the pay it has a range that is quite reasonable. So you want to explore it as well. So thank you, Faith, and thank you everyone for showing up
Thank you,
tonight.
ma.
Have
Thank you
a
for having
beautiful evening. Bye bye.
me. Bye.